Hello and welcome back to another video. So today we are playing my elemental Sharknado deck. Now even though its colors are technically green, blue and black, it's pretty much just a Simic ramp deck with one black spell. And that black spell is the Emergent Ultimatum. So it's quite an expensive spell. Like all the ultimatum spells are quite expensive. This one's 2 black, 3 green, and 2 blue. And it says search your library for up to 3 mono-colored cards with different names and exile them. An opponent chooses one of those cards, shuffle that card into your library, and then the other 2 cards you can cast without paying their mana costs, and then you exile the spell. Very, very powerful card. Unfortunately, because you have to choose different names, you can't have 3 of the same. But in this deck, I've got a lot of really good choices to use this particular spell. But that's not even the highlight. So the highlight of this deck is the fact that we're using Yorion the Sky Nomad as our companion. And so the good thing about using Yorion as your companion is that in order to use him as your companion, you need to have a deck size of at least 20 cards more than the minimum deck size. So basically, we have 80 cards in our deck, which statistically, that makes it harder to get the cards that you want. But the way I look at it, if you're going for a Simic land ramp deck, you want as many lands as you possibly can. So I think I have about, how many we got? 33 lands. So just over 2/3 of the deck is just lands. And then obviously, we have the bread and butter of Simic ramp, which is Risen Reef, and a whole bunch of elementals to help trigger off his ability. And one of the new IKORIA additions to the elemental family is the Parcel Beast. Where's the Parcel Beast? Here he is. So when you place it down after you place Risen Reef, obviously the Risen Reef is going to trigger. But the good thing is that after the first turn that you've placed the Parcel Beast down, you can then use its ability, which for 1 mana and tapping the card, you can look at the top card of your library, and if it's a land, then you can play that land. So basically, it's like a Risen Reef, but without having to trigger it from playing another elemental. But the fact that it is also an elemental is beneficial in the fact that it triggers Risen Reef. So it's a really good card to have in a Simic ramp deck at the moment. Other cards that are real handy, new IKORIA card as well, is Kinnan the Bonder Prodigy. So basically, every time a non-land permanent is tapped for mana, you do an additional one. So for cards like, say, the Leafkin Druid, where it says if you control 4 or more creatures, add 2, you'll actually add 3 if you have Kinnan the Bonder Prodigy out. So heaps more land and mana than your usual Simic ramp deck, which is pretty cool. Obviously we got Growth Spirals, Arboreal Grazers just to get the lands out early. Hydrate Krasis is good because once you get the lands out and you have your Nyx Bloom Ancients and you've got like this insane amount of mana to play with, the Hydroid Krasis we use not only to create big creatures, but we also use it for real high drawing ability. So we get some heaps and heaps of cards, play heaps of cards, use Dryad of the Illicit Grove to put extra lands down on our turn, as well as basically enabling us to have any color lands we want, which is handy. And then the cherry on the top of this deck is Shark Typhoon. So Shark Typhoon, I think, is my favorite card of this set now. Nyx Bloom was my one from Theros Beyond Death, but Shark Typhoon is so much fun to get it when it triggers. Like, it's just... I have made so many people rage quit playing this deck. It's not funny. Like, so basically, Shark Typhoon's an enchantment. You place it down, and then for every non-creature spell that you cast after that, whatever its converted mana cost is, it creates a flying shark creature token of that value. So if your card is, say, a 5 converted mana cost, it'll create a 5/5 flying shark creature token. The good thing is, when you have a card like Emergent Ultimatum, and you have these other big cards like Sea God Scorn, or Kiora Beat or Best the Sea God, even Colossification, they're very big cards. They've got like 7 converted mana cost, so we're creating all these 7/7 flying shark creature tokens. So yeah, there's a lot of shenanigans in this deck. It's lots of fun. I've had pretty good success rate playing this deck. I think I'm about maybe 60% win rate at the moment over about 25 games. So there are a few additions I could make to it. I won't go into the detail of them yet because this is a very busy deck as it is, and I just don't want to add too much more into it. The other thing I will add too is with the Yorion, its ability is that when it enters the battlefield, you can exile any creatures you have, and then they return at the end of your turn. So it's kind of like how Thassel works. When you have Risen Reef and say three or 4 elementals on the battlefield, when you put your Yorion down after it and you exile all those and they come back, they will trigger for each one. So you'll end up drawing like 4 or 5 cards, and if they're all lands, then you get to play more, which is really cool. But if you have Thassa as well, and you keep using that on your Yorion, you can do that every turn and just get a whole heap of lands, which is crazy. So we'll just go jump into some games now and see how we actually go today. I have a good feeling that we're going to have some good, exciting games. So let's just go and see how we go. Alright, so we have 2 lands here. We have a little bit of extra mana here from the thing. Cariated. I don't know how you pronounce that. Cariated? I think that's how you pronounce it. We might see how we go with this hand. We've also got Kinnan here, which we can still play too. So we got a few cards we can put out early. Hopefully we get a land here in the next 2 or so goes. I also unlocked the Leosul Cub too, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, we got green and blue, so that's what we want. I'm gonna put the Triome down because we're not casting a card on this very turn, so that's the best way to optimize our land placement here. I'm gonna go with I go with this. It's not gonna counter this if it's a counter spell. So I think we might try for the Dryad here so we can put our other land down. Provided this guy's too insane. Oh, that's a bit rude. Two lands. Okay, so he could technically counter us here at some point. Let's see how we go. Oh, it's got no counter spells. It didn't trigger off anything. Let's put another blue out. And then we'll go and put out Kinnan. Now we're safe. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5, 6 mana. So we only got enough to actually put this out, which is good. We can actually use this to get our Shark Typhoon as well, potentially, if we don't already have one. And the good thing about Shark Typhoon is that they actually stack as well. So if you have a Shark Typhoon down and then place another one, that counts as a non-creature card. So the cost of that will actually trigger the first one. So then when you put something down after that, you're going to trigger it twice. So you'll get 2 creatures that size. What did he do that for? That's a bit rude. Okay. That's all good. Let's go with a Growth Spiral. And we will play that. Excellent. I'm gonna play... yeah, I'm gonna play Yorion now. We don't actually want to exile anybody though. Well, let's hack with this because I don't see him actually blocking. So we got 3, 5, 6. So we got 7. So we could technically play this card next go. That's fine. That's fine. He's got no response too, so he's got used all his stuff up. So we want big spells here. So we want to get out Shark Typhoon, and we want probably Kiora, and we'll get where's Nyx Bloom? Ancient. Yes, this one. See what he does. I have a feeling he'll probably deny the Shark Typhoon and let us take the other 2. That's my guess. Or you can just quit. Fair enough. Okay, so we have enough for Risen Reef fairly early, but nothing to ramp towards it. So just kind of going to try and wing this, I think. We'll go blue. Just to scare him a little bit. I was trying to say in my last video too, but I got a bit distracted, that you can actually click on these things while you're waiting for your games to progress. Oh, that's scary. I played a deck the other night, and the guy was just cycling every card he had, and I was like, this guy's up to something. I can't remember the name of the actual spell, but it basically deals X damage based on how many cards with the cycling ability are in your graveyard. So yeah, he didn't play any cards, he just cycled everything and then played those spells, and yeah, he was doing like 15, 16 damage per card, and it was just, yeah, quite scary. Well, let's go Growth Spiral, play the island. And then we'll play Thassa and trigger Risen Reef again. Thanks. Okay, so that's what we're playing next. Could probably play Healer of the Glade. Hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5. If we get a land and we can play Nyx Bloom, we'll do that instead. he does have one blue land there, so we need to be careful on counter spells. Oh, oh, that's nasty. That's pretty cool. I haven't actually seen this card used before. Okay, well, Healer of the Gladiators. Oh, hello. Okay, I'm thinking here what the play might be. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got enough to do Nyx Bloom next turn. But we can use the tap ability of Thassa to stop this thing from attacking. Actually, can I just steal one card maybe? Will it let me have enough mana? No, I don't have enough. Okay. You know what? We'll play that, because that'll give us an extra mana next turn. And we'll just leave it at that. We'll go for extra life. Please be land. Excellent, 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 excellent. Okay. We have a very significant mana advantage to this guy now. He's only got 4, technically 5. We've got 4, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So that ability will actually go against us with mass manipulation, because he just used it and he'll get it back. But that's fine. We can actually do this. So let's tap this. Okay. Here we go. Yes. Let's do this. We're gonna do this twice. We're gonna do that, that, that. Submit. And then we are going to attack. Oh no! It's got the end of the turn. Oh, that won't work. Damn. Okay. This one, I guess. Oh no, it does work. Okay, sweet. Excellent. Cool. 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 Goodbye and welcome again. Let's do it all over again. Oh, that's a good combo. That was very, very juicy. Oh. Didn't expect that to happen. I thought that it would... Oh, the next end step. Oh, damn. So we have to wait a whole turn. That sucks. Okay, so maybe that's not a good option. Now that we know that.
The most bizarre and brutal series of crimes in America.
There we go. Hey. Yes, we want that. Okay, cool. We've won. It's pretty obvious that we've won. He's used up all but one there, so we'll put the land out. Let's put Shark Typhoon out. Now let's let's make a 10. We don't want to get too greedy. Okay, so let's play this one. Resolve. This is our little sharky thing. We want another Nyx Bloom because we're greedy. We want another Shark Typhoon, and let's go Kiora. Oh, okay. Cool. Didn't even let me do it. Ah. Very good though, very good. Alright, yeah, we can make this work. We can make it work. Let's throw out the green. Little Leo saw cub. So his backflips. Show off what our colors are. Oh, the other thing I didn't mention too is even if you don't have the Dryad out, as long as you have the Caryatid or whatever it's called on the battlefield, you'll have the ability to make the black mana for this. I think Paradise Druid can do as well, so you need to have those in there. Just as backup, we're not going to attack. This looks like a mono blue, which means no fun for me today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want him to spend his mana. I don't want to like waste cards here. And I mean, technically, if he's just got a counter deck and hasn't got any creatures or any way to do any damage, then we're going to win by default because we've got an extra 20 cards more than he does. So unless he has that stupid Jace card, but he has creatures, apparently so. Alright. So now is our chance. Give us a land. No. Alright. Can we play this for its cost? It's only want us to cycle it. I don't want to cycle it. Okay, we're playing Yorion now just because we need a blocker. I'm not going to submit anything. No attacks. He's thinking. Oh, what a party pooper. Alright, fair enough. Where are my lands? I have a 43% chance of getting a land, and I did get a land. Okay, I'm gonna cycle one of these Shark Typhoons. I don't really want to, but I need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do 3. Yeah. Okay. Well, we may as well attack with this thing he's going to block with. If he attacks with that, I'll block with the shark. I don't really care. Okay. Okay. 3, 4, 5. We can get this. This is a waste of a crisis, but I'm gonna do it. Just because I don't want to have to discard cards just yet. Still no lands. What the heck? Alright, no attacks. This is got to be the worst luck to not have this many lands, like just being an absolute drought. It's now currently at 45% chance to draw a land. He can attack with anything. Are you serious? Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna have to cycle this one as well. I can go 3 again. Oh my, jeez, why? What are you doing this for? Okay, well, let's try and test out whether or not he'll block. Okay. Let's get rid of... well, at this rate, I don't see us using that. Even though it's probably the best card to use with a Shark Typhoon, but then we've got rid of 2 Shark Typhoons, so... Well, what's our chances of getting another one now? 3%. Okay, yeah, we are probably not going to get Shark Typhoon going off this game. What a waste of a spell. Here, I'll attack with a Johnny now. No? Okay. Hey, we got a land. We'll put this out for another mana option. And let's attack again, see what happens. Okay. Does not want to play. Unless he just wants to kill the Hydro Crisis. Oh, that's a bit disgusting. Okay, now we're getting the lands. We're going to play Nyx Bloom. And we're not attacking. Okay. So, provided he doesn't kill our Nyx Bloom or use a Banishing Light or something like that to stop us from actually using it. Oh, I don't care about attacking with it. That's fine. Big whoop-de-doo. I just need it for the ability. I can still do that, surely. Activated abilities can't be activated. I don't have activated abilities, so we're all good. Is he going to attack though? That's the question. 2 white, 1/1 soldiers. He's got 2 white lands left. He didn't attack? Okay. Well. Let's try and get our last 2 Shark Typhoons. Now, my theory here, I wanted to see if this works. So if I can get... I'll go Nyx Bloom. And then I'll go the other IKORIA. I want to pick Shark Typhoon last because I want to see the order in which it actually offers us. Because I've been finding that I've been picking Shark Typhoon first, and then when I select it, when it gives me the option, it gets put on last, so it doesn't trigger with the other spell. So I want to see if this works. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I won't be able to test it out anyway. Okay, let's do that again. Oh, look at that mana. Oh, look at that mana. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It's another big boy. Another Shark Typhoon. Yes, please. We'll go for another Nyx. And Seagull Scorn. He's gonna concede. He's not gonna let me finish this, I can guarantee it. Okay, yes. Yes. Alright, cool. Let's play this. Oh, this is juicy! Let's play this. Put this on our Leafkin Druid just for shits and giggles. Resolve. Oh, let's just rub it in. Rub it in. We get another one of that. We'll get that, and we'll get that. Yep, that sounds good. This is gross. This is actually gross. Okay, didn't. Okay, cool. Yep. Put that on this one. And we'll play that. Resolve all. Oh, that is really gross. If he had a board clear right now, I'd probably be extremely upset. I'm gonna attack with all just because why not? That was a pretty gross turn, not gonna lie. Is he gonna rope me now, or... I can see he's moving up here. He's looking at his card. That doesn't do anything. Well. Just gotta wait, see what happens now. Shit. Why did I attack with that? No, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Is that all he's going to block? Okay, I was going to say. Okay. Go on, let's go. I guess I can't really get up him too much for getting a sweet time. I gave a pretty long turn just on him, so... We have 11, 6, 7 sharks here. That's insane. So it's... Provided he doesn't have Shatter the Sky, we're we should be good. If he has Shatter the Sky, I think I'm going to scream. Actually going to scream. If he doesn't attack with anything, then we should be sweet. Okay. Well, he doesn't have Shatter the Sky. That's good. Whoops. Oops. Oh, that was so toxic. that was totally like super toxic. Let's go for a 15 crisis here. This is great. We got an entire brand new hand here. Let's just throw everything out. We're just flexing right about now. I'll check that out. Yeah, why not? Your go. Let's do another one. I took too long. Oh, that was funny. That's funny. Alright, so as you can see, that is a lot of fun, that deck. It really does depend on getting the lands, which is why we have so many in there. RNG can screw you over sometimes, and you just go through a drought period where you don't get any lands, but because there are so many in the deck, there probably could be some more cards you could probably put in to have more sort of draw. You could possibly also put in some scry lands as well to kind of help filter through the crap that you don't actually want straight away. That might be something I actually might add now that I think about it. But yeah, it's just too much fun, and having the extra 20 cards I think is actually an advantage in this particular deck as well. It's just lets you put in so many more options than what you normally would, being restricted. I feel like it's a restriction, really, having 60 cards in Simic Ramp, because yeah, you can only put so many of each card in, and I have to have everything in the deck. I like having everything in the deck. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if you think this is a good deck or you think it's a crap deck. And don't forget to follow me down on my socials as well. So I'm ScalarDave MTG on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, I think that'll about do it for now. And I'll see you all in the next video. See you later.